Hello everyone. Lunaria was a land filled with light and magic. On moonlit nights, moonflowers bloomed and stars descended gently toward the earth. Every lake and every tree carried a soft glow. The royal palace, carved from gleaming white stone and ancient crystal, shimmered with fairy lights that floated through its halls. Every corner of the realm smiled with life, except one quiet chamber in the palace, where a king and queen sat in silent longing for a child. One night, as the moonflowers bloomed and the full moon cast a silver path across the lake, King Thalon and Queen Morella knelt beside a sacred pond. With joined hands and tearful eyes, they whispered, "O light of Lunaria, bless us with a soul that will be part of your magic." Their tears fell into the petals of the flowers, and by dawn, something had changed. At sunrise, Queen Morella gave birth to a radiant baby girl. They named her Alira, meaning light of the moon. She had hair like starlight, eyes like glowing amethyst, and a soft shimmer surrounding her as though light was born from within. Bells rang throughout the kingdom. The era of the Moonlight Princess had begun. At Alira's first birthday, 7 fairies arrived, each bearing a magical blessing. Leela gave joy, Erin gave wisdom, Nissa gave song, Sorrel gave courage, Luma gave kindness, and Rule gave love. But the last fairy, Selene, the moon fairy, gave not a blessing, but a prophecy: this child shall carry the heart of the moonflower. When she turns 16, a shadow will rise. Only the terror of true parental love can bring her light back. Alira was unlike any other child. Animals followed her playfully, moonflowers bloomed in daylight at her touch, and her laughter could heal sadness. She explored the gardens like a fearless dreamer, and at night, her mother told her fairy tales beneath the moon while her father counted stars beside her. But one night, Queen Morella saw a dream, Alira lost in a world of shadows, her light fading, a dark figure chasing her. Each night, the visions grew darker. She told the king, "The time is drawing near." As Alira grew, so did her inner restlessness. Often she would climb onto the balcony and whisper to the moon, "Are you calling me?" She felt a pull in her heart, a song in the night that only she could hear. On her 16th birthday, the entire kingdom celebrated with joy and wonder. Lanterns floated into the sky, music filled the air, and moonflowers bloomed across Lunaria in full glory. It was a perfect dream, or so it seemed. Suddenly, the sky darkened. The moon turned black as a total lunar eclipse swallowed the light. The winds howled, flowers wilted, and an eerie silence fell upon the land. Something terrible had begun. From the sky descended a figure cloaked in shadows, Nocturus, a long-banished sorcerer once defeated by the fairies. His eyes burned with revenge. "You carry the heart of the moonflower, Alira," he hissed. "And now, it is mine." He raised his staff and cast a spell upon Alira's heart. A brilliant light burst, and then faded. Alira collapsed, unconscious. Nocturus wrapped her in smoke and vanished. The palace echoed with a scream, and the kingdom fell into despair. King Thalon and Queen Morella said nothing to anyone. That very night, they removed their crowns, cloaked themselves in ordinary robes, and set out into the unknown. There was only one mission in their hearts: bring their daughter home. They crossed the whispering forest, where every leaf whispered doubts. They braved the river of reflection, where their deepest fears and regrets rose in the water. They climbed the mountains of mist, where voices from the past tried to turn them back. But nothing broke their resolve. At last, they reached a dark and ancient cave. Inside, Alira floated above a cursed black pool, her glow nearly gone. Around her, the cave pulsed with shadow. Nocturus stood at the edge, feeding on her magic, growing stronger by the moment. "You can't stop me," he sneered. "Only a parent's pure tear can break this curse, and love is always selfish. You'll only cry for what you've lost, not for what you give." The queen stepped forward and said, "Even if she forgets us, even if she never returns, we love her enough to let her go." Their tears fell together. As they touched the cave floor, a pulse of silver light exploded through the darkness. The pool cracked. Nocturus began to scream. His shadows unraveled into ash. Light returned. Alira opened her eyes slowly. Her body lit up like the dawn. She looked at her parents and whispered, I heard your voices in the dark, they kept me alive. The three returned to Lunaria. Moonflowers bloomed once more. The rivers shimmered again. The skies were full of singing birds and dancing stars. The people of the kingdom wept with joy. Alira took her rightful place as queen, but her first act was not to rule, it was to build homes for orphaned children. True light, she said, comes from love that asks for nothing in return. Every year on the night of the celestial bloom, the people of Lunaria gather beneath the twin moons. They tell the tale of the princess who was saved, not by magic, but by the tears of her parents. And even now, when a moonflower blooms in the night, they whisper, Alira lives on.